If I woke up tomorrow with no email list, following, audience, or anything like that, and I had to start making sales in 2026, here's exactly what I will do step by step. Now, to give you some context, I've been working full-time online since 2020, and I've generated nearly $500,000 using just my Facebook profile and having under 6,000 followers to date. So I want to show you, if I started from zero, what works today and what I will do step by step. So buckle up, let's go to the screen. Okay, so this is the system basically that I'm running now, part of the system, but I don't want you to be overwhelmed with this. I want to show you really simply what I will do. So first, I would need a platform where I would promote my products and services. I do recommend Facebook. You can do this anywhere, but I think Facebook is the most like proactive platform when you can find people you want, talk to them on Messenger, and close deals. So if you want certainty and speed, Facebook is definitely the best platform to be there. Now I will do something different. A lot of people would either start with really high ticket or with low ticket and get that customer base. And I would go to those, but I wouldn't start there. My stance changed actually in the Q4 of 2025, where I realized that the mid ticket is actually the golden goose that holds everything together. And I want to show you, how it relates to you making money in 2026 and getting those clients. So basically, to make money, to get clients, you need to solve certain problem, right? This is why people what people exchange money for. They are stuck. Here's point A, point B. Maybe you've seen this. Point A is what they're doing now, what are they believing, what are they stuck with, what are they frustrated with. This is basically your ideal avatar. Let's say my example, they're like coaches, affiliates, marketers, stuck with no quality leads, inconsistent income or no income at all, posting but not getting traction, like all of these things. This is your ideal avatar, and this is where they want to go to. They want to have consistent 5-10K months. They don't want to work like 15-hour days. They want predictable client flow. They don't want to spend the entire day in delivery, all this good stuff. Now, people pay as an exchange of value to get this problem solved and get them here. And there are usually a lot of things that you need to do, or that they need to do, to get here. It's not just one thing, otherwise probably everyone will do it. If you want to lose weight, maybe you need to start eating differently, start working out, start sleeping better, obviously depending on your goals, like all these different things that you need to do. So what I will do in 2026, it's interesting. This, by the way, this entire thing, let's say the total transformation, would be my high ticket offer. But again, I wouldn't start there. What I would do is I would pick a couple of steps here and sell them separately first as a mid-ticket offer. Now, just to get our terms straight, when I say low, mid, and high ticket, what I mean by it, maybe different people have different definitions. For me, a low ticket is usually below $100. Mid ticket is between like 100 and let's say 1,000, but this is a gray area, maybe 500 ideally, but let's say up to 1K. And then high ticket is usually 1K plus. So just so we are on the same page. So I would actually go for the mid-ticket offer that is priced, I think the sweet spot is around $300. You can go 100 up or down. Probably wouldn't go down. I worked with 300, 250, 400, and 3 and 400 seem to work really well. A couple of things I like about this, and I want to share with you my thought process. First, they're easy to sell. You don't really need like a huge webinar or VSL, etc. Even a sales page. I sold this with just a Google Doc, which will give you speed. And if you never sold on Google Doc, I want to show you how this looks. It's literally simple copy explaining what are you doing and how are you helping people. This is example from one of mine, right? And it's literally simple doc, and at the end you have checkout page, people go there and they buy. That is it. And if you have a good offer, that is enough. You can literally get started with Google Doc. So you don't need funnels, ads, or anything. So for now, we have platform, we have Facebook, we have big thing that we are solving for our clients, big transformation, and we want to pick smaller one. So I want to give you an example. My high ticket would be, let's say people work 3, 6, 12 months with me, and we build the entire AI ecosystem, which is basically this, where we figure everything out, everything from like traffic, content, messenger, to how they're generating leads, low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, like all of these different things that eventually gets them to 5, 10, 20K months and more. Now, for mid-ticket, that is too much. So we want to pick just like smaller segments, not too small, which is usually reserved for low ticket, and more about it in different video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. But we want a couple of results that is enough for them to get started and to get some tangible win in certain time frame. What I like for mid-ticket is about 4 weeks. You can go 3, 4 weeks, 30 days, something like that. I'll give you my example. So I have 30 days, and my promise is, so I have 2 mid-ticket offers. One is for more beginners and affiliates, and promise for them is $2,000 with the help of AI on Facebook, right? And promise for a bit advanced like coaches, digital creators, etc. is 1 to 2K every week with this system in the next 30 days, right? And it's slightly different what I'm delivering, and it's slightly different price. Now, for those of you interested how to monetize AI, how to make money on Facebook, and if you want to install my exact system, that part of it which I just showed you here, I'll link short video below. Check it out if it makes sense. Maybe we can work together. If not, just go back to the free video. So for affiliates, it's $2.99, and for coaches, it's $3.99 because we also cover low ticket. And for affiliates, there is no debt, and it's a longer call. Anyways, I don't want to drag you into deliverables, but the point is, I would create something like this, like really tangible result. Obviously, you can't promise anyone anything, but what is realistic, like what people can expect. So we have tangible outcome, certain time frame, and your process for getting there. So my process is like using AI on Facebook. There are more specific things. So we're using AI bar magnet, AI-based low ticket offers, and we're basically generating leads and customers and I'll send them to high ticket. This is the process that I'm doing. And that's just basically I'm covering, if you look at this entire thing, again, there are more things, like there is like community here and some things that I'm not covering. But in that program, I'm basically covering this part over here, right? So I took chunk of everything that I teach from my high ticket, right? Everything like this big transformation. And I took one chunk, turned it into, let's say, $300 offer. And this is where I would start. I would create a simple Google Doc, again, something like this, that tells them what it is called, what it is, what's the promise. So install your $1,000 to $2,000 a week AI client system on Facebook in 30 days. Let's fix this because they can't really install it in 4 hours. Even if you have small audience and no leads, and this is true, like this works even if they have small audience, because you can, one of my clients, to give you an example, made 10K, her first 10K with 800 followers on Facebook. It was something stupid. And I generated, again, nearly $500,000, and to this day, I have under 6,000 followers. So you really don't need huge audience. Now, why and how I would do this? So again, I would go on Facebook, I would create mid-ticket offer, I would price it at around $300. I would create copy for it, which would be in a Google Doc and a simple checkout page to buy, right? And then you need to validate the offer, because you can have an idea, you can have something good, but at the end of the day, market chooses with their wallet. For me, validated mid-ticket offer is 3 sales. Right? So if you can make 3 sales with this mid-ticket offer, we can say, okay, strangers are buying this, there is something of interest, they're exchanging value, right? And you're gonna work with them over the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I wouldn't, like you aim for 3 at validation, but I would aim at 5 sales, and this gives you scope. So you're gonna work in the next 3 to 4 weeks, whatever your promise is, with these 5 people for $300, and you're gonna try to get them the result. And here's where it gets beautiful, because let's go here. Yeah. So if you solve this, people will still say, oh, I'm liking this and this and this. And percentage of these people will also invest into your high ticket. And if you're like, I don't have high ticket. So high ticket is usually just more of what they got, or more in depth, or a bit wider. But you don't need to overwhelm yourself with that now. But the point is that you will have built the crucial pillar of the value ladder. So over here we have free content, which you will create to attract leads. Then low ticket, you still don't have it. So again, we start from 0. We don't have low ticket for now, but there will be low ticket here under $100. But we built this one, right? And then we have like high ticket here. This is classical value ladder. And all we are gonna do is this and this. Like this you need for like just classical content or however you're driving traffic. Again, I do this on Facebook, and I use content and Messenger to drive traffic, to get leads, to get sales, right? So what I would do is I would create content that would drive them to my Google Doc, and I would talk to people proactively, either reach out to them or if they request something on content, and I would funnel all these people to this Google Doc and talk to them. If I don't make those 3 sales, I would try to get feedback, like, okay, why are you not buying? It's fine, you don't need to buy it, but I would like some feedback, right? So I would try to improve until I can make those 3 sales. After you make 3 sales, you made the most important thing. You validated the offer. Yes, you made some money. You made like $1,000, $2,000, which is great. But it's more about the proof of concept, because now when you know that this is what they want to pay for, and again, let's go with that thing, and you're like, okay, people want to pay for this. I'm making money. Now we're going to go here and here. We're going to go up and down the ladder. Up with a high ticket. So I would try to upsell these people like, hey, want more help, more support, more things. And I would sell them something that's 1K plus. And I would start including low ticket and lead magnets that would get me even more leads that I can again introduce to mid ticket, who will later buy high ticket. So you see how this works. But again, just to start, you don't need to like overwhelm yourself with this entire process. All you need is traffic source. I do recommend Facebook, where you can proactively add people. But you would go with the traffic source. You can find targeted leads in the groups, on the ads, gurus who have your audience, right? You would bring them basically here to your profile. You would drive content, Messenger. So this is like the traffic part. I haven't covered this, but if you don't use Facebook, you can do this anywhere, like YouTube, Instagram. As long as you can get eyeballs, that is good. That is like part of it. We do content if you are on platforms that allow you DMs. So we use content and DMs to drive traffic. And then we simply create and validate simple mid-ticket offer priced around $200, $300, $400, $500. We work with people 2 to 4 weeks, maybe even 6, depending on like the newer you are, the more you need to try hard. So lower the price, longer the duration, etc. So time duration 2, 4, 6 weeks, whatever, 5 weeks, 3 weeks, doesn't matter. Around $300, simple Google Doc. Drive traffic, get feedback, get first 3 sales to validate, and then 5 sales, and then simply ask those 5 people at the end of you working with them, hey, would you like to continue working with me? This is the price. And then we would go down the ladder. Now you have validated offer that you can sell over and over again. We would just build the front end, so to get more people in, and ascend them to the back end. This is what works now. I think mid-ticket is like the key here. Mid-ticket pushes to high ticket. Mid-ticket gives you idea on what kind of like low ticket and lead magnets to create. And this is what's working, at least for me, in 2026. It worked in 2025. I made tens of thousands of dollars just in the last couple of months by doing this. Like in a few weeks, I took some time off around New Year. And when I came back in about 3 weeks, I had nearly 8, I think it was like 7, 8 or $900. Pure profit cash collected just in January, just in the last couple of weeks by using this process. Now, I already have also like high ticket and low ticket and other stuff, but just to give you an idea why I would start with mid ticket. So hopefully this explains it. All right, folks, there you have it. If you want to start making money in 2026, it's, in my opinion, it's really important to have that mid ticket offer validated by making 3 sales, then scale to 5, ascend those people, and then start going also down the ladder with some free stuff to generate more leads, more traffic, more interest. Sell them the mid-ticket, and to those who bought mid-ticket, you can keep working with them into high-ticket, and this is how you're making money and scaling. And if you enjoyed this video, I recently released how I made $3,100 in pure profit in 15 days, so you can check that one over here.